Welcome to Crispy Tofu 3 Ways. Tofu, often seen as a flavorless blob of what do I do with this? We're going to show you how to make incredible crispy tofu 3 ways, and stay tuned, my favorite one is last. So let's see if it really stands up against the first two. First one we're going to make is a peanut crusted tofu with sriracha sauce. I'm just going to put in 6 tablespoons of crunchy peanut butter, so make sure it's crunchy. Next step, 2 tablespoons of tamari. That's going to bring that umami note and nice saltiness that goes so well with soy. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup or sweetener of choice. Juice a half a lemon. That's going to add a bit of acid to cut through the gloopy peanut butter. If you like it spicy, I'm going to go with a little bit of chili powder. This is quite mild, just a little pinch. If you like it spicier, go with a little more. And last and final ingredient is I'm going to go with half a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's just going to add a nice base flavor with which it'll all hang off. Take a spoon and mixy. I've got a 300 gram block of tofu here. I'm going to chop it into thin strips. That's one of the secrets, is that often people chop tofu into big thick bits and it's hard to get the flavor into the center. So I'm just going to chop into little thin squares. Another challenge with tofu is often people will put the sauce on now and cook it, and the flavor finds it hard to find its way into the center. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sear it first, then we're going to put on the sauce and kind of crisp it up then. So now our tofu is seared and our sauce is ready. We're going to bake it. If we fry it, it's going to char too much in the outside. There's too hot a heat. So a little bit of baking parchment on top of our baking tray. We're going to put a little bit of peanut butter down here. Take our tofu. Be careful, it's very hot. My hands are very used to it. Take the rest of our peanut butter and we're going to just coat the top. That's so tasty. We're going to bake it in a preheated oven at 200 degrees for 20 minutes, 10 minutes each side, so in it goes. Next crispy tofu we're going to do is a crispy teriyaki tofu that's coated in a breadcrumb crisp. Okay, pan on medium heat. While that's heating up, take 300 gram block of tofu. Again, I'm going to chop it into 4 similar sized strips. So for our basic homemade teriyaki sauce, going to go 4 tablespoons of our favorite tamari. 2 tablespoons of liquid sweetener, because teriyaki traditionally is a sauce that will glaze on top of, traditionally in Japan it was meat. In this case we're going to use it with tamari. So 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, that's going to form the glaze. And I'm going to go with 1 tablespoon of mirin. So if you can't find mirin traditionally is kind of a Japanese wine vinaigrette, if you will, or it's kind of like acidic with kind of more complexity to it. If you don't have that, just simply use apple cider vinegar instead. Mix all that together. Pan's nice and hot. Gonna go 1 tablespoon of oil in there. Okay, when I add this teriyaki sauce, there is gonna be a bit of that's the water from the tamari starting to evaporate. The maple syrup's gonna go to the pan, so we wanna move quickly here, reduce the heat to kind of medium-low heat, and get ready for a bit of excitement. Throw half it into the pan. So this is the most important part if you really want the glaze to come. So right now you can see it's starting to come into kind of almost like a syrup. This is where you really want to ensure you coat both sides really well. And now for the exciting bit, we're going to take our teriyaki tofu, we're going to pop it straight into our bowl of breadcrumbs. We've simply gone for normal breadcrumbs and back into the pan. That's going to just help it crisp up a lot better. It's crisped up nicely, it smells magnificent. These are going to be like flavor bombs. Okay, one down, I'm going to show you now our peanut crusted tofu. So it does look pretty amazing. So it was all in all for about 12-13 minutes. You see it really has gone crispy on the outside. It's kind of gone really, I can't wait to try this one now. Okay, last one is a bit of fun. As we say in Ireland, bit of crack. One of my favorite kitchen tools is the blowtorch. So I'm going to try, first of all we're going to sear our tofu. I'm going to mix together chili oil, a little bit of coconut sugar, and we're going to try to really char the outside and see how crispy and delicious we can get it. So first step, we're going to just sear it. Okay, so the basis of this one is the idea that oil will enable an increased surface temperature, meaning more caramelization. Sugar with an orange encourage obviously more caramelization and more glaze. So the combination of them together, we have a garlic infused rapeseed oil, we have our coconut sugar, and we have our seared tofu. So I've taken that off the pan, off the heat. That is no longer cooking, but the pan will provide a good backdrop. Okay, here we go. So we've got a bowl. I have about 2 tablespoons of garlic infused oil. I've just used rapeseed oil. Literally chop garlic up, put it in oil, leave it sit for a day. Boom, good to go. In on top of that, I'm gonna go with 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. So equal sugar, equal oil. And here we go. Let's put a nice glob on the top of this for our brulee, our tofu brulee. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home. That looks great. Right, let's flip it over, let's get the other side. It smells magic, it smells like caramelized garlic tofu deliciousness. Okay, there's enough residual oil there. I'm just going in with the remaining sugar on the top. Boom. Et voila. That was fun. The pyromaniac in me absolutely loved that. Don't know if you did, but so it really smells like kind of crispy creme brulee with a garlic oiliness and a slight hint of tofu. So it's quite a bizarre taste. I'm curious as to see what the result is like. Okay, for the peanut one, I'm just going to put a little bit of sriracha on the top. As I'd said, that's what it goes with it. So we got crispy tofu 3 ways. I don't know which one's this one is I'm just excited about. Okay, this one's gonna be a crowd pleaser, really tasty. I cook this, a variation of this all the time. Normally don't put the breadcrumbs, so let's just see. So this is the teriyaki tofu breadcrumb. Wow, like a flavor bomb. I like the slight charred note. It does add kind of that underbelly, but very delicious, tasty. Okay, next one, our peanut crusted tofu with sriracha sauce. Peanut has gone almost crispy looking, so I'm curious about this one. Lovely bang of peanut. I don't know if crispy, there's a lovely crunch to it. Like, because you get those nice peanut bits. Really tasty. I'll probably go more generous. Sorry, excuse me talking with my mouthful, sorry mom. I'll probably go with more sriracha, but delicious. Okay, now for the most curious of them all. It does have a wonderful glaze on it. It really is sticky. I wonder how the garlic permeates through it. Oh my God. It's just like sweet garlic, crispy. It tastes almost eggy or... That's mad. That's delicious. That's really, really nice. Excuse me talking my mouthful. That's our experiment on crispy tofu 3 ways. Let us know which one, or let me know which one of these 3 you'd find most flavorful. I find it hard to pick one. I'd probably go this one or this one. The peanut's lovely too. Anyway, they're all delicious. Thank you for watching. If you are looking for inspiration, we've released a new book, which is now an international bestseller, Vegan Cooking for Anyone. Please do check it out. It's to teach you how to cook without recipes. Thanks for watching, sending lots of love, and enjoy your tofu. Cheers.